Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Sydney, and I'm quite new at this vlogging thing. So this is my first YouTube video which I'm making for my channel, and just to give you a brief description of why I created this channel. Uh, don't mind the Tupac wallpaper. It's got nothing to do with music. I'm just a Pac fan, but I created this YouTube channel just for web developers, more especially web developers in South Africa, because I've actually never found a proper YouTube video for developers in South Africa which would give advice about being a developer in South Africa, to get your foot in the door, like what you need to know to be a developer in whatever year it is. I always find these videos of like American guys, or it's either some guy in Silicon Valley or some guy in the UK or something in London or whatever. So I just decided to like make my own for South Africans, you know. So if you like and interested in more videos, please hit subscribe and the notification bell. Sorry about that, I just ate. And probably the next video will be a more in detail video on what you need to become a developer. Don't get me wrong, I'm not like an expert. I'm not like an expert in anything, like a senior dev where I work. You know, I'm just a junior developer. I've been doing it for 2 years now. No, almost 2 years. At a company that is based in Cape Town. I am based in Nelspruit. I work from home. I work remotely, which is great, but kind of gets lonely sometimes. But it's great. So if you're like a new developer who's still looking for a job, you know, I just want to give you that hope that, you know, it will happen. So I just want to give that sort of advice on what you need to do, how to fix up your CV, you know, like, you know, work on your portfolio, you know, that kind of stuff. Just to give you a brief history about myself. So I used to work retail back in 2014 to 15, actually. 2014-15, I worked retail. Then I quit December 2015 because I really hated that job. It was just hell. It was like getting paid like 3,000 rand or less for really hard labor. But I was doing some HTML, CSS like on my private time, which wasn't much of it because I was sometimes at work like 7 days a week. So I decided to quit and focus more on like building that skill. So I enrolled for a course, like a short course at a nearby college, which just taught me HTML, CSS, and JS. So I quickly caught on because I had the idea of what actually was going on. So I quickly caught on, and in mid 2016, like in the middle of this course, I just decided to jump into PHP and MySQL. So I learned that on my spare time, like after school and like even during school when like the other guys were learning like HTML, I was still learning that. I would watch a couple of tutorials on PHP, MySQL, you know, but by the end of that I could actually build, and I also did like a little bit of Ajax. So by the end of that I knew how to build like a website that was like, that had a database and, you know, could make queries and just pull it in via Ajax. So I started looking for an internship, and I hit a wall a couple of times where it's just started thinking, man, maybe I made like the wrong decision. But mostly because I was really I was like really impatient because I found because my course ended like mid 2017, I think April 2017, and by December I had a job. I had an internship, but I felt like it took years. So I finally found a job which is actually at the company. I started as an interned here for 6 months, and then finally became a junior web developer. But to my advice to any developer who's just hitting a wall, the the hardest part really is getting your foot in the door. You know, once you get your foot in the door, trust me, you'll never have to look for a job again. And this is like an awesome job to have. Like, you're always learning something new. It really challenges your thinking. You know, you work like with great people. I haven't yet ran into like an asshole developer who's like a real ass to work with. I haven't. I worked with assholes in retail, but I never met developers who were like really like hell bent on just making life miserable for someone else. So it's a really great job, and most like if you're lucky getting like a job in one of these big companies, which I wouldn't recommend getting it as your first job, like at a big company, because really no one's gonna have time to like mentor you or guide you in some way. You know, a great place to start is like at a startup because a lot of shit is happening at the same time. You know, you get thrown with project after project after project. You know, it's really a great place to learn. You know, and like fast paced like environment, you really learn a lot there. And there's always a more senior developer who's right here, who's always there to help you out whenever like you get like stranded on something. You know, mostly you get thrown in the deep end, but you know everybody knows that you're there. You're there to learn mostly. That's why they focus on like don't put pressure on yourself if you don't know something. You know, just ask for help. So uh, yeah, basically basically that's how I got to where I am. So I'll make a couple of more videos. Um, Next video will be a camera shot. I'll actually be the one on the screen instead of this. I'm just doing this now because it's like 11 p.m. and I don't want to get in front of a camera at 11 p.m. I want to go to sleep now. I've got an early day tomorrow. So yeah, please hit the subscribe button and I'll see you on the next video.